Message.
Tom, you need to do a react video to this video today. Drop whatever you got, son. Do the video of the guy exposing him, going through what he was on, blah, 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 and then do a video on this and react to this video. If you do that today, guarantee it's going to get over 50,000 views, but you've got to do it today.
Let's do it. Okay, everyone. Good luck. I believe in you. Let's do this. Just want to thank my mum and dad for allowing me to be here today.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize.
Firstly, I know we're only a few seconds in. Surely it's on you if you really believe this bloke was natural. I credit people with a lot of intellect who certainly subscribe to my channel that would have not gone, oh, he's what? Oh, he's not on gear, is he? Look at him.
Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous. And after social media, I'm still rich.
Humble. Still rich. I'm rich. I can't align myself with his views on that being complicated. I think in the fitness industry, I fully understand certain figures within it that can't be open about anabolic steroid usage. And when questioned, they simply reply, I can't talk about it. I sort of respect that and I understand. And unfortunately, we can't all win and be in a world whereby certain actors or whatever, due to contractual rights or just companies saying, we don't really want you speaking about it. But to be asked multiple times on a podcast and say no, that's when you fall into like the scum category for me.
But no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's been tricky as fuck to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I am on steroids.
Is he reading from a script? Watch his eyes in this video. If he's reading from a script, I just find any apology video very disingenuous when you are reading from a script. It's like when politicians do it when they've been found out. Because it's not coming from a true area, is it? I understand we need some sort of guidance when apologising, but if I've fucked up or ever been in a position whereby I need to apologise, I'm not going like, do you know what I mean?
Steroids monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician. Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day.
He's not just brought suicide into it. Oh my God, we're a minute in and he said he's rich twice and now he's gaslighting us. You can see, please you tell me you can see that level of gaslight. Oh, I took steroids for you. That's fucking hell, like, come on now.
That try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer...
What's all this ancestral? Our ancestors weren't jabbing 10k worth of growth in the caves, were they? You surely can't play that card. That is, I'm genuinely quite shocked that he's gone in with that. Like, he thinks you're talking about anxiety and the very impressionable, vulnerable young minds of men that we see in today's society, and you've lied. I'm genuinely like quite taken aback by that. You're talking about helping those people while simultaneously giving them an unrealistic expectation of how to change their physique by lying that you're on anabolic steroids. It's just, I mean, it's mental.
We have to suffer so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch the stuff, not gonna touch the stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie. I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs. I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation.
The issue with these individuals now coming out because they've been caught out is the grey area in which they state how long they've been natural for. Like, it's very easy once you've been subject to like being exposed to go, well, I trained for like 25 or 35 years naturally. Do you know what I mean? I particularly feel in the fitness industry anyway. And he'd have known this anyway going into it and starting to create content, that so many people are open and transparent now. But within that, I feel a lot of fitness influencers have very much sat on the fence and seen the public reaction and response to individuals being open about gear. So it's a case of like, oh, so-and-so's come out, he's open about gear. Oh my God, he's got a really good positive response. I do gear. Mr. Transparent over here. Do you know what I mean?
And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys. So I continually dismissed it, and I dug myself into a bigger and deeper hole. I have only myself to blame. I did that, and it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly, because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician. In 2021, when I was 43 years old, I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life. And so yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone, and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range.
To go alongside that previous comment from me about people being open about they're on anabolics, but they've been natural. We're never going to truly know. Do you know what I mean? We're never truly going to understand the severity and the doses that these people are taking. Like, it's very easy for him now to sit here and say that I was taking testosterone or growth hormone in physiological ranges, but then you're still being disingenuous, because we know collectively in like the bodybuilding or anabolic community, the level and requirement to take a physique to his level isn't just like TRT. You can understand where I'm coming from. So it's equally just as shady.
Yes, this is true. I've continued on with 0.6 cc's of testosterone per week, roughly 120 milligrams of testosterone a week.
120 milligrams. So I was administering about 125 milligrams, or it worked out to be about 125 milligrams during my TRT post show last year, and that kept my levels within, I'd probably say the mid to low. So 120 milligrams, obviously everyone's different in terms of their response to a set dose, and again, we never really know. I don't think there was blood work that was shared in that email, but there was certainly a lot more than just 120 milligrams of testosterone, that's for sure.
And no, I don't take any other steroids like nandrolone or winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success. Yes, it's also true that my blood chemistry got all fucked up while taking nandrolone and winstrol. My lipids got all deranged, my liver enzymes went sky high.
The irony of Liver King having poor liver enzymes for me is almost comical.
Which is why clinical oversight is an absolute must. Nope, The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success. My companies were already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure, growing at 50% year over year and still growing at the same pace after the Liver King public figure.
I certainly hadn't heard of the Liver King line of supplementation prior to knowing about Liver King. Maybe because we're over here in the UK and London, but I only started to view or see his supplementation when I started to see his rise on social media.
Nope, I've never had ab implants, ab etching, or any other plastic surgery, and I sure as fuck never actually had gene editing done in Singapore. I made all of that up. It was all intended to be a joke, and that's an expression of ancestral 10 and 10. Have a little goddamn fun. Ultimately, why did I, or why do I do them? When I talk about the 85% of the population that suffers from self-esteem issues, that's me. I'm part of that statistic. This is why I fucking work myself to death in the gym.
You're adding to the issue of the self-esteem, as I mentioned before in the first few minutes, because you're preying on the very impressionable minds of young, as he mentioned, 15-year-old boys, while simultaneously saying you're natural. So you are adding fuel to the fire, my friend, and you are in no position now to sit there and act vulnerable as if we're supposed to feel sorry for you just because you've been caught out. I really hope people don't, and we're all, I feel like, in pretty woke times at the moment. Like, everyone is quite tuned in to what's happening. So I certainly don't hope people are going to be watching this and not feeling somewhat sorry for him. That makes me sound really cold, doesn't it?
This is why I do 12 to 15 blood-burning workouts a week, just to feel like I'm okay. Still, I have to absolutely crush myself to do so, and I'm wrecked physically and cognitively, and hormone replacement has helped in a profound and significant way. And still, I believe that the path to paradise is paved in fucking hell. I previously have said in a weird way, I'm grateful for the recent events that have shed light on this complicated as fuck topic. I knew I needed to take this opportunity to openly discuss everything for me to be a better human. If there are any questions that remain unanswered, send them my way. I fully own that I fucked up. I am as sorry as a man can be. And all I can do is take extreme ownership right now, be better, and lead myself to a better life as a better human. Again, thank you to everyone for the support, the criticism, the love, the hate, and above all else, the loyalty. Liver King.
Well, there we go. I'd like to hear your response and feedback. I think it's fantastic when we are proactively recommending debate. It's always good. But I just feel like he's fallen into that very untrustworthy and disingenuous caliber of other people in the fitness industry that have lied about their anabolic steroid usage. My life is, and I'll be honest, certainly not affected by what's happened. But I don't think we should overlook that, because there are going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of very young, impressionable boys that have placed him on a pedestal and looked at him as a role model. So that's when we have to start being proactive from my side of things and going, no, we need to highlight these things, and he needs to have some sort of repercussions for his actions. He certainly shouldn't be allowed on podcasts, and I just think it's a hard one because the fitness industry is totally unregulated, isn't it? You look at the amount of online coaches that have done certain things and been very shady with their clients, and they've kind of gone on private, hidden themselves, and then they resurface and people forget about it. And that's unfortunately the world that we're in. But yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed today's video. My sincere apologies for being away from YouTube. Been very stressed with the MetFlow launch that went live. I caught shingles. I think that was because my doctor said that we're in a period whereby testosterone's really low at the moment, so the potential for your immune function to be at risk is heightened. Got shingles, and then everyone's just been ill. Had a cold. So we're back. My apologies. Sometimes we've got to shift these buttons about and focus on our priorities, that being MetFlow. Thank you for watching the video. Like I said, hit up the comment section below. It's always nice to have a good debate and see what other people's stance is on this. I'm off now. See you very soon. Thank you, good night. Much love.